Alright, I've been saying I'm going to do this for a while, and I procrastinate like I always do. So, figured I'd do it. I assume only members of the VI will watch this, so how's it going? Just going to jump right in because y'all know who I am. First record I'm going to show is Phil Johnson, Is It Because I'm Black? And it's just a soulful, good, bluesy soul album. The main track, Is It Because I'm Black, has been sampled by a number of rap groups. I can't think of a song right now on the spot, but I know it's been sampled a few times. Look it up on YouTube or whatever. And that's that one. Second up is a grail that I picked up at a yard sale, I believe it was last week. It's the Ruts DC and Mad Professor, the Rhythm Collision dub, Volume 1. I think they did Volume 2 a couple years ago, but this one I think is from the 80s. And basically, the Ruts DC were kind of a punky group, but again, punk always had the reggae and the Jamaican undercurrent, thanks to Don Letts and the Clash and whatnot. So that was kind of always there. And this album is basically just like a really good dub album on the Roar label. There you go. And yeah, I've been wanting this for a really long time, and I found it for 50 cents, I believe, at a yard sale last week. Next up, picked up at the same garage sale, was tipped off by Dr. Dell, homeboy Shannon. This is the Dells versus the Dramatics, and that's just a fantastic cover of them playing basketball. And it's on the Chess label. Bam, Chess. And I knew who both of these groups were, but I just picked it up because of the cover. But I mean, you can't go wrong with good soulful vocal groups, and both the Dells and the Dramatics are very good. Next on the list, again, this yard sale was just a treasure trove of awesome, and especially if you were into soul, as I am. And next one up is Major Lance's Greatest Hits, recorded live at the Torch. Recorded in 1972. This is a UK copy, and yeah, him in that suit kind of looks a little too 70s. You're probably thinking maybe funk bordering on disco, but the back tells a bit of a different story. Him sweating, belting it out, and this album, Major Lance, I knew a song or two of his, but I didn't know how awesome he was, and the fact that it's a live album and it's really good just speaks volumes. His voice is incredible. And I really like this. This was a big surprise. I really like Major Lance's Greatest Hits. Next up, the son of a blues legend, Guitar Slim. This is his son, Guitar Slim Jr. It is a promo copy. Where is it here? There's a little gold stamp. And I wasn't even aware that Guitar Slim had a son, let alone a guitar wielding ripper like this guy here. Really good album. I enjoyed it a lot. It was actually recorded extremely well. With the engineering background that I have, I always kind of listen to how the drums and the bass are recorded. And this, I mean, it's not really produced or engineered by anybody of note, but it just sounds incredible. And I was told when I bought this that this is actually a really hard album to find. This is the only one I've ever seen, but I highly recommend checking it out if you see it. A few more. What can I say that I haven't said about this already? It's Elton Motello, Jet Boy Jet Girl. This is like the most punk rock, crazy, 7-minute awesomeness, gay sex ode. And all I'm going to say is if you see it, buy it because it's incredible. More punker than the Pistols will ever be. It's Elton Motello. A few more here. I'm going to pass the Bowie, just Bowie in the lower third, early group. This was a grail I picked up last week. It's the Dickies Paranoid 10-inch. Never ever thought I would own this. This is one of my favorite groups from my teenage years. Still love the Dickies. This is a promo copy. Here's a sticker right there. Promo copy. And to top that off, on white vinyl. And it's got 3 songs on it. It's got Paranoid, Hideous, and You Drive Me Ape, You Big Gorilla. And every single song on this EP is just fucking balls out awesome. The version of Paranoid is a cover of the Black Sabbath tune, and they out-rock Sabbath on this. This is the Dickies kicking ass right here. Yeah, I'll pass that one. This one here was actually kind of a shock. I had heard Hozier on the radio with that Take Me to Church tune. I thought it was pretty decent, but I mean, it wasn't anything to call home about. And then I heard his second single, which I can't recall the name of right now. And I was like, wow, it's really soulful. And so I ended up buying the album. And the album is like solidly awesome, as Jen Keller, if she watches this, can attest to. And so I ran back out and I bought the Record Store Day 10-inch. This is In the Woods Somewhere 10-inch, and it's awesome. From what I understand, there was 2,100 pressed. This is one of them, and it's just good. Highly recommend it. Lastly, this is numbered also. I don't know if it's a Record Store Day thing or what, but this is a band called The Stripes, and it's a Blue Collar Jane. I want to say it's an EP, but there's 7 tunes on here, so I mean it's pretty packed. 2 double 7-inch. There's them rocking out, and these kids, they look like they're maybe 14, 15, and they're just kicking out like awesome, 60s inspired rock and roll with R&B tinged greatness. And I had seen them live on YouTube, and I heard they were really good, so I bought this. And yeah, it's quite good. Stripes, Blue Collar Jane. I'm sure I have rambled incoherently for long enough for people to make fun of me, give you ammo. VI, thank you, and that's that.